Okay, this short training video is going to show you how to pull data out of a spreadsheet, which in this case is a Google Docs spreadsheet, and insert the data into a signage page for displaying on your screens. The reason you might want to do this is because a lot of people keep data in a spreadsheet, and if you want to display that data on a signage screen, you don't want to have to type it in again into a signage page, so you can use the same data. That way you save time and you eliminate all sorts of errors where you type things in incorrectly. So this is our fictional coffee shop page. It's just a price list. So down this left hand column we've got drink names. These are coffees down here. Then we've got some teas down here. Then we've got 3 columns of the prices, which are low, medium and high. These prices are all made up. They're just not related to anything, with different values, just to show that it worked. And then below that we've got some extra columns, extra rows of text that have just got words: we're open, tea and coffee, delicious cakes, specialty drinks and lunch. Those words will appear in a completely different signage page, but they're all still contained in the same spreadsheet. So to get this data, you've got to remember a spreadsheet is all basically rows and columns. So this bit of data here is in row 6, column 3 or column C. So what we need to do, we create a template page, and basically we define in the page which row and column we want to pull the text from out of the spreadsheet. So all our coffee names are in column 1, which is all the way down here. And the rows obviously increment up to, so the coffees go up to between row 2 and row 7. So here are our coffee names. We've just put in a text box basically, and with this special tag C1, R2. So the C is the column number and the R is the row number. So as you see, if you go across, these are the prices: small, medium, large. We're still staying on the same R number, the same row, but the column is going up by 1. So we're starting on column 1 and ending on column 4, which is because we've got column 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then we've got another block of text, which are teas. So they're still in column 1, but they're much farther down the list. Now we've got another page. What I will say is the color of the text when it appears in the page is totally based on the settings of how you define this tag. So this tag here has got a pale blue background to it, so on the signage page it will have that pale blue background, and it will use the same font that's defined. You can select the font from up here. So the other page we've got is more of it's just a sort of great big we're open page. And these are showing the data from row 16 to row 20, which are row 16 to row 20, these words here. And you can see that these are in quite a large font because it's just a big main heading page. Now, to tie the page to the spreadsheet, you have to tell the page which spreadsheet to use. So you put in a special tag in the page. It can go anywhere, and it will be removed in the final page, so it doesn't really matter what it looks like. And basically you define the name of the spreadsheet in this tag, so it's held within square brackets like all our other tags are, and it says CSV equals menuboards.csv. So menu_boards.csv is the name of our spreadsheet file that contains all the data. So what we've got to do, go to our spreadsheet. You now need to download that file onto our PC. Remember, this is a Google Doc, so you go to download. But you've got to download it as a comma separated file, which is CSV. Basically, all the values in this spreadsheet will be separated by commas. So we click that and say save the file. So it's now saved it. Now what Google Docs does, it's actually named the file -sheet1. So we need to just rename this to get rid of that -sheet1. So our file is still called menu_board.csv. So when we go to our signage controller, we need to go to upload media, tick CSV, browse and select the file, And there's our file menu board. Upload that one. That's now uploaded to the system. Now all we got to do is put these two pages, which is called Cafe Open CSV1 and this other one, which is called CSV Menu PT2. PT2 just means portrait. Put those into a display carousel so they get displayed on the screen. So we go to our display channels. I've already set this up for channel 70, which is where these two pages are going to be. So if you put your mouse over the page name, you can see what the page actually looks like. So these two pages will be processed to look like normal with the data from the spreadsheet in them. And if we look at this, is a signage player which just runs in the web browser. You can see it's now pulling out the data from that spreadsheet and displaying it in these pages. See, this was the big "We're open" messages which came from down here and went into this template here. So we've got the bigger heading which says "We're open," then we've got the yellow, cyan and green text under it, which is, here we go, the bigger heading, yellow, cyan and green. That is all you need to do. You need to be aware of some things. Spreadsheets really only like rows of text, so while you could theoretically make quite a complex page up with this, it's not going to work if you want paragraphs or line feeds or whatever in the page. So it's really going to work better with simple messages like this. If you wanted anything else, there's better ways of doing it. So that's it. And if you want to change a price or something, you simply just change the data in this spreadsheet, download it to your machine again as a CSV file, upload it back to the system, and the system will pick it up, use the new data.